Hello everyone, Ismail is here. Today we're going to start lesson 9.2, solving equations by completing the square. You can find all the lessons on my website, alfarama.com. Now, this lesson, sometimes a student, I feel they're struggling in this, but it's easy. But the student always struggling when they have many steps in solving. But inshallah, I will make everything easy and simple to you. How we can solve equations by completing square? Completing squares means we need to find two numbers can make a squares. But look here, first, let's start with when a is equal 1. When we have a fraction, when we have a quadratic or question, when a is equal 1. Now, read here, to complete the square with x squared plus bx and get a perfect square trinomial, add b over 2 to the power of 2 for both sides. So you have to add for both sides b to the power of 2, b over 2 to the power of 2, and factor this one to get the answer. Okay? Now, if you look here to this question, now what's the factor, which is b? We know that the quadratic formula x squared plus bx plus c. So you take b over 2 and square it. So as you can see here, 6 is b. So b of 6 over 2 square, which is equal 3 squared, is equal 9. So now you have to do x squared plus 6x plus 9, and on the other side also plus 9. So you have to do it on both sides. Same thing here. So the same thing, we do the same thing. So 8, okay, b over 2 to the power of 2, which is equal. Now 8 over 2 to the power of 2. Now 8 over 2 is equal 4 to the power of 2, which is equal 16 now. So the answer would be x to the power of 2, 8x minus, plus 16 equal plus 16 for both sides. Now, same thing here. This one is b. So it will be 20 over 2 to the power of 2, which is equal 20 over 2, 10 to the power of 2, which is equal 100. So now the answer will be x squared plus 20x plus 100 equal 100. So this is the first step of doing the perfect square. Okay, what we didn't finish yet. Now look to this example. So what we need to do is to solve this function. Now, first ignore the number that you can see here, which is after the equal sign, and focus this one. It's similar to what we did in the previous question. Now, 10 is b. So now 10 over 2, which is equal 5 squared, 25. Now rewrite the question with adding 25 for both sides. So it will be x squared minus 10 plus 25, and on the other side 25. Now 24 plus 25 is equal what? 49. Now, if you remember, I told you, let's go back here. So the factor will be always this, x plus b over 2. Okay? So now my factor will be always x plus or minus b over 2, all of that to the power of 2. So as you can see here, what's x here? So you rewrite it. Now, what's b? b over 2, b is 10. Okay? So now 10 over 2, which is 5. So all of that to the power of 2. And so this one is the answer. Now, do you remember how we factor this from 8.1? Yes, we remember by using square root for both sides. Square root, so we can square root. So x minus 5 is equal positive or negative 49. You can solve this one by x equal positive 5 plus 49. 49. This is the first solution. And the second solution, x equal negative 5, positive 5, negative square root 49. Okay? 49, sorry. So that's the answer. Now, let's solve this one here. So we do the same step. First, this is b. So 6 over 2 to all of that to the power of 2. 6 over 2 is equal to what? 3 squared. 3 squared is equal to what? 9. Now add 9 for both sides. X squared plus 6x plus, don't forget the 9, plus 9, okay? And here on the other side also plus 9 beside the 11. So as you can see here, 11. Now we added plus 9 for both sides. Now add these two together, 11 plus 9, which is equal to 20. And I told you the square, it will be x plus b over 2 square root, right? So my answer will be x plus 6 over 2, which is 3 to the power of 2 squared. Now factor this one, solve this one. So square root for both sides. So you cancel this 2 out. So x plus 3 equal positive or negative 20. You can do it now. X equal negative 3 plus square root of 20, or x equal positive 3 negative square root of 20. So this is the first answer. This is the second one. Now, here are some questions. You can try to solve them, but I will solve one of them and you can complete the other. So now as you can see, b here is equal 4. So 4 over 2 to the power of 2, which is equal 2 to the power of 2, which is equal 4. Now add 4 for both sides, x squared minus 4x plus 4, and on the other side plus 4. So x squared, sorry, not x squared. Now let's add these two together. So 3 plus 4 is equal 7. And this one, as I told you, x plus b over 2 to the power of 2. So the first one is x plus, oh, not plus, because here it's negative. So you have to be negative. So negative uh, 4 over 2, which is equal to squared. Now, as you can see here, x is equal uh, first, sorry, square root for both sides. Okay, so now square root for both sides. So it will be x minus 2 equal positive or negative square root of 7. Now this is how we can solve by completing the square. And here are some questions. Try to solve them by yourself. Now, let's start solving when a is not 1. As you can see here, completing when a is already a perfect square. So we use this rule here. C is equal b square over 4a. So now here, cb square over 4a. Now, check this question. Now here, as you can see, c, let's find c now, which is b square over 4a, and which is equal 4. Now add 4 for both sides, which means what are the square root of 9? What are the square root of 4? So square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2. Now just write 1x, and that's the answer. That's how we can find factors of the square root. Now 45 plus 4, which is 49. You can square root for both sides, which is equal. So 49 is positive or negative 7. Then you can find the x like this. Now, look at this example here. So first step, let's find c. So c is equal b over b squared, sorry, over b squared over 4a. What's b? B is equal 8. So now, as you can see here, 8 squared, 4 times a. A is equal what? 4. Now, 8 squared is equal 64. 64 over 16. So the answer here is equal 4. Now, let's add 4 for both sides. 4x squared minus 8x plus 4, then equal 21 plus 4. So this is what we can do for the first thing. Here is 21, sorry. Now, simplify this. So first 21 plus 4, which is equal 25. And here I told you, open two bracket with 2 factor. Now what you have to do, just find the factor, the square root for the first term and the last term. What's square root of 4? It's 2. What's square root of 4 here? Also is 2. Now, here is negative, so always is negative. So negative, and write the x, which is here. So always this is what this one how we can factor fast and easy. Now it will be square root 2x minus 2 square and square root for 25. So you cancel this 2 out. So 2x minus 2 positive or negative. What's square root of 5? 25 is 5. Now we have the two solutions. The first one, 2x minus 2 equal positive 5. The second one is 2x minus 2 equal -5. Then we add 2 for both sides, add 2 for both sides. Then you can say 2x equal 5, divide by 2, divide by 2. So the first x is equal 5 over 2. Here, it will be 2x equal 5, -5 plus 2 is equal -3 over 2 over 2. So x is equal -3 over 2. So that's how we can solve this question here. Now here we have another equation. We can do the same thing, but here, now 25 c is equal b squared 4a. b is equal 30 square 4 times 25. So these are big numbers because if the questions are big number, it's fine. You can just give them, which is 900, and 4 times 25, which is equal 100. So as you can see, it's big number, right? But you can simplify them. 900 over 100, which is equal 9. Now, add 9 for both sides, so it will be 25x squared plus 30x plus 9 here equal 18 plus 9. Now, just add these two together. 18 plus 9, which is 27. And here just make square root, or let's say, what's the square root of 9? Square root of 9 is a 3. What is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. Now write the x like this, squared. Now just factor this one by using square root for both sides. You cancel this 2 out. So 5x plus 3, which is equal, what's the square root of 27? Square root of 27, we don't have, but we can say it's positive or negative 3 square root of a 3. So this is the final answer. You can now find two answers, then you can get answers. Here are some questions, you can solve them. In the last part, solving ax squared plus bx plus c by completing a square when a is not a perfect square. So when a is not a perfect square, what we need to do? First, here, look, when the leading coefficient a is not a perfect square, multiply the equation by a value to make it a perfect square. Now, if you look here to this example, what's a here? A is 2. So now we have to multiply both sides, this one and this one, by 2. So now 2 times this one is equal 4x squared. 2 times 6x equal 12x. 2 times 5, which is equal 10. Now, solve it as we learned in the previous slide. You'll find C. So we know this one is B, this one is A. Do it in the calculator. You can get 9. Then you add 9 for both sides. 10 plus 9, which is 19. Then you can use square root for both sides. Okay, then you can get the answer, which is easy. Same thing here. In this equation, the leading coefficient is 3. So let's multiply 3 by 3x squared plus 2x equal 3 times 16. So just distribute property. Okay, 3 times 3, which is equal 9x squared, plus 3 times 2, which is equal 6x, equal 3 times 16, which is equal 48. Now, use the same thing what we learned. So to find C, it's b squared over 4a. b squared is equal 6 squared over 4a, which is equal 9. 6 squared is equal 36. 4 9 is equal also 36. 36 over 36 is which equal 1. So now let's rewrite the question. So 9x squared plus 6x plus 1 equal 49 and 48 plus 1. Now add them and find the final answer. 48 plus 1 is equal 49, and this one, it should be, what's square root of 1? It's 1 always, plus here 9, what's square root of 9 is 3, and x. So this is the answer. Now square root for both sides, so it will be 3x positive plus 1 positive or negative 7. Why 7? Because square root for both sides, this one will cancel. The square root, 49 square root is equal 7. So this one is the final answer. Here are also some questions, try to solve them. And if you need any help, just contact, ask me. I hope you understand this lesson. It's easy, but you need to remember the steps. Have a good day and bye bye.